Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, March 9th, and these are your bell ringer problems. All right, problem number 9, we need to rewrite 14 over 21 in simplest form, or 14/21s in simplest form. And we know that it just turns into a division problem. So I have to think about what number can go into both 14 and 21 to help reduce that, to get it down into simplest form. And I know that number is actually 7. 7 will go into both 14 and 21. 14 divided by 7 is going to give me 2. 21 divided by 7 is going to give me 3. So 2/3 is 14 over 21 in simplest form. Okay, problem number 2, or number 10. They want us to look at 7/10 minus 2,246 10,000ths. And so this looks like you would put 2,246 10,000ths on the top because it has more digits, but that is wrong, because right here we can see that we have 2/10 here and then we have 7/10. 7/10 automatically is bigger than 2/10 no matter how many digits follow behind that. So number one step when you're subtracting or adding decimals is that you line up those decimals. So I have lined up my decimals here with 7/10 on the top and then 2,246 on the bottom. But we cannot subtract until I fill in my places with zeros. And so we can also see that 7/10 is equivalent to 7,000 10,000ths. And now I can subtract. 6 cannot be subtracted from 0. 4 cannot be subtracted from 0. 2 cannot be subtracted from 0, but 2 can be subtracted from 7. So I'm going to borrow from that 7. Change that into a 6, 10, pass it down, 9, 10, pass it down, 9, 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 2 is 7, 6 minus 2 is going to be 4. My decimal comes straight down, my 0 comes straight down. So that leaves me with 4,754 10,000ths. All right, number 11, they want us to look at 2/7 of 49, and I always know that of means that I'm going to be multiplying. I cannot multiply until I turn 49 into a fraction. Every whole number can be made to look like a fraction if I just put it over 1, because that does not change that fraction, because 49 divided by 1 is going to get me 49. So it doesn't change the fraction. So 7 times 1 is going to get me 7. And then I know that 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then I need to see how many times 7 can go into 98. And so I know that I have to do a division problem here. 98 divided by 7. 7 can go into 9 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. 9 minus 7 gets me 2. And then bring down the 8. 7 goes into 28 4 times. 7 can go into 98 14 times. So 98 sevenths is 14. So 2/7 of 49 is 14. Another way I could have looked at this, I know 7 times 7 gets me 49. So if I have 2 groups of 49, that's going to be 14. Just another way to look at that. All right, and then our last problem here, we need to look at 4 and 55/100ths divided by 5/10ths. I cannot divide a decimal if it is on the outside of my division box here. So I have to change this into a whole number. I do that by moving my decimal over one place, and so now this is no longer 5/10ths, this is 5. And then I move my decimal over one place here, and now this is no longer 4 and 55/100ths, but it is 45 and 5/10ths. So now I know 5 cannot go into 4. 5 can go into 45 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. Subtract it out, I get 0. Bring down my 5. 5 can go into 5 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. When I get none, I am done. And I can see that my final answer is 91. My other pen was dying there. Final answer is 91. Okay. Oh, excuse me, it is not 91 because I have to pull my decimal up into my answer. So I get 9 1/10, not 91. That would have been a fatal mistake. All right, now looking here at number 5, Wednesday. Gerald researched the population of 4 cities as part of a social studies project. We've got Aurora, Colorado, Corpus Christi, Texas, Newark, New Jersey, and Raleigh, North Carolina. 276,393, 277,454, 273,546, 276,093. If he lists the population from greatest to least, which city's population will be third on the list? Explain. Well, I want to first go ahead and just order them from greatest to least so I can figure that out. So 2, 2, 2, 2, move on. 7, 7, 7, 7, move on. 6, 7, 3, 6. So I know that this has to be the smallest, and since we're going from greatest to least, this is going to be my last, so this is number 4. Okay, so I know that 7 has to be my biggest, so that's number 1. So that just leaves these two right here. And so if I got 276,393, 276,093, I know that this has to be the third smallest, and this is the second smallest. And so I'm going to go ahead and write 276,093 will be third on the list. I know this because I ordered them above. There's really no other way to answer that. I know this because I ordered them above. All right, and then let's go ahead and take a look at number, I know I said 5 and 6. It is actually number 1 here on the back here. So, which of the following is a prime number? 22 is not a prime number because remember, prime numbers can only be divided by 1 and themselves. And so 22 can be divided by 2, it can be divided by 11, it can be divided by all these other numbers, so 22 is not prime. 21 can be divided by 7, it can be divided by 3, so it is not prime. 20 can be divided by 2, 5, 10, so it is not prime. But 19 can only be divided by 1 and itself, so 19 is the prime number. All right, so your password for today is 7 till we're in heaven. All right, 7 more days until we have spring break, guys. Let's enjoy them.